Do not hesitate to act. Again, this is not a test. This is not a joke. We as a species are overwhelmed. We are.
This video, as stated before, is about zombies. Where to go, where to hide, and what to do. This is all a personal and opinionated video. If you disagree or have other inputs on what should be done or how you have done things differently, please don't hesitate to comment. Do it. I want to hear feedback. Thank you. To start this video, I'm going to start with the pros and cons of the entire thing. So a few upsides to me would be no more Facebook updates, tweets, annoying people, or anything else. You wouldn't have to deal with traffic, trouble finding a parking spot, or anything that you would have to deal with before said apocalypse. And this one, as I said to a friend yesterday when I was getting clothes, you wouldn't have to pay for anything. You just take what you want or need and just go. Unless there's a zombie or two, or even maybe a horde of zombies in the way, then you might be in trouble. Even though anything that isn't necessary to survive can be left behind. But let's face it, you're going to need or want clean clothes eventually, so I want to just go somewhere and pick some new clothes up. I think there are a lot of obvious cons. The most obvious would probably be that you're being chased down by cannibal humanoids and have a risk of dying and being eaten every day. Also, it becomes harder and harder to find good, healthy, and edible food, plus drinkable water. Shelters should or probably would get harder to find because zombies could be hiding in a safe-looking house and you could get ambushed and die. You'd have no contact with anyone far away. Electricity would eventually be cut off, so we're practically heading back to before the light bulb was invented, before the refrigerator, before telephones, computers, anything that had become a basic part of life now. And now it's more of where to hide, where to go, and the best terrain. The best place to go would probably be out of the city, since I would imagine the infection spreads fast, and where there are more people who become contaminated, the worse chances you have of surviving. I think you'd have a higher chance of being ambushed and eaten when staying in a city. And although there's more places to hide for you, it's the same way with the zombies. There are more places to look and wait for a clueless victim to try and sneak along. I think they would have the higher advantage over you. The best terrain in my option would be an open flat field because although the zombie can see you, you can see them. There's nowhere for them to hide. Of course, there are ups and downs to my personal choice, but that's just me. As I said earlier in this video, this is all my personal opinion. I'd rather see my enemy than have them hiding behind, let's say, a tree or bush, and then have them jump out at me. I could imagine zombies not being able to swim, so maybe a place across from the mainland wouldn't be too hard. But then there's the game Dead Island that kind of shoots down that option unless you'd like to stay stranded on a small island with no really high chance of running into another human being. So really just isolated from any other contact with another human. As for places to hide, if you're out in the countryside or somewhere similar, would probably be in a house with the doors locked securely and really just start again. Maybe starting to plant crops or something, livestock something, and just try and start over. Now, I know that there are a lot of possibilities that can go wrong with that option, maybe, I don't know, because the chance of a zombie apocalypse happening, in my opinion, are kind of low, but I don't really know what you would find out in the country, and it all really depends on where you live. But if you're in the city and trying to hide or find a place that would work for you, I think possibly somewhere further away from the central city where the general population is. And I would assume that anyone who lived in the, let's say, suburbs would have packed their bags and booked it when they heard the disease and what it was going to do, when they heard of the disease and what it's going to do to people. Leaving a number of houses to choose from, so really just take your pick. But I would try and get out of the city as fast as possible if I heard about the disease spreading. Because like I said, I could just imagine that disease spreading quickly and really out of control. It just seems like it would spread really fast. Because in the movies and stuff like that, it happens out of nowhere. So it's you don't know when it's going to happen. So that kind of concludes this little video about what I would do, what I believe is best if the zombie apocalypse were to happen. Now, if you have any opinions on what you think you should do, or where you should hide, where you should go, anything else, please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback and hear what you think would be best, or what you would do at the zombie apocalypse, or if it were to ever occur. Thank you for watching, guys. help me come up with ideas for other videos. Thanks.